I think Star Trek must have spoiled me on science fiction, because when I watched this movie, I was all the way inside. I was all the way ready. I was in for it. I was absorbed by all of the crazy science fiction psychedelic horror going on. I love the effects. I loved everything about it until I realized they didn't answer hardly anything at all. I love movies like this, but I'm also incredibly, insanely curious about things. I want answers. I want to know more things. It's like, now you have to make an Ash 2, you have to make an Ash 3, Ash 4, Ash 5, Ash 6, Ash 7, Ash 8, Ash 9, Ash the TV series. I need to know more. I need to know who set the terraformers. I need to know who these Hermaeus Mora aliens are. I need to know about all of these things. It's like, the mystery is great, but the mystery is what makes me want to know more! You know, Alien. When you watch Alien, the first Alien, you gotta know, you get plenty of answers. You get all the answers you need in that. A movie like this gives you questions. Maybe some answers near the end. It gives you some answers, but you still got plenty of questions. Tons. And by the end of the film, you're still completely lost. You want to know more about these aliens. Now, you can infer quite a bit of things. I can do a lot of critical thinking and infer quite a bit. I could probably infer and figure out the entire story off my own inference. But that's my inference. My inference may not be correct at all. It may satisfy my curiosity, but it does not confirm my suspicions, my wonderments about what's going on. Ash is a fantastic movie. It looks beautiful. The sets are small, but that's fine. You know, when I watched Star Trek TOS, the sets were incredibly small. They had to confine a lot of episodes to the ship. They called that a bottleneck episode. What is a bottleneck episode? A bottleneck episode is where you shoot an entire episode on the ship, on the sets that you have already built since the last season. So you don't have to build any sets. You just bring the actors in, you get a script together, and you have them talk it out and go through it. You may have some sort of special effects on what's going on outside of the ship, maybe. You may build one single set outside the ship, Roger Corman style or whatever. But for the most part, the entire thing is a bottleneck episode. This is very much a bottleneck movie. Almost the entire film is set on this outpost, this research outpost or whatever, colonist outpost on this alien planet, and you're trying to figure out alongside Isa Gonzalez. I'm reading it from upside down here. Isa Gonzalez. You're trying to figure out what's going on alongside her character, who also has amnesia. That's a great idea. You are just as lost as she is, and as she figures things out, you figure things out. It's a great idea. It's a great story component idea. It's used all the time. And so it's a great offshoot to figure out what's going on. And when she gets confused, you get confused, and when she gets answers, you get answers. It's a fantastic audience character. She's a very good audience character. She's fantastic acting on both sides here. Aaron Paul is great here. About partway through the story, we get introduced to him. He says he's from the orbital station. He's come down because he heard a distress signal. Everybody else is dead, and you're going like, we got to figure out what's going on with these people. We got to get off the planet. We're running out of oxygen. Yada 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 yada. And I'm like, I agree with this guy. And she's like, well, what about the other crew member that we don't know what happened to her? She could be out there. And this guy says she could be dead. And if we wait for her, we'll be dead. We don't have the oxygen to wait for her. And I'm like, he's right. Listen to the dude. He's right. If you wait for this person who could be dead, and you miss your orbital chance to get to the orbital station, you're gonna die. You have no oxygen. And I'm like, listen to him. You have to make sacrifices sometimes. You're out here with no help. There's no Earth to come help you. You have to help yourselves. There's nobody out here but you. It's a very terrifying experience. It's a very good experience. It's very juicy in the science fiction-y way. And later on in the movie, we find out during a flashback that aliens have set up various terraforming boreholes that push out atmosphere that helps the aliens breathe, but it's destroying the oxygen atmosphere, making it poisonous for humans to breathe it. And so now she's having struggle breathing the air, and they got to get out because the facility is running out of oxygen. It can't pump the oxygen or filter any of the oxygen, so they're going to run out of that. There's also a funny little Japanese computer thing, a Japanese medical machine, an autodoc. I like to call them autodocs. This thing is like the size of a briefcase, and she unfolds it, and this little robot, little thing with all sorts of little medical toolies comes out, and then there's this English Japanese voice going, "Welcome to Ototaka," or something like that. It's very good. It's very funny. It takes you out of the movie just for a split second, then just makes you laugh and go like, of course the Japanese made this. Of course they did. If this is like next generation medical equipment, of course the Japanese made it. It's just completely obvious that they would make it. And so this autodoc is brought out a bunch of times. It's like its own character sometimes, and I love to see it. The alien itself, when we finally learn what this alien thing is, sometimes she gets to see this alien thing. We don't really see a lot of it, but it looks like Hermaeus Mora from the Elder Scrolls series. This big eldritch cosmic horror, formless with all sorts of tentacle thingies, and it's speaking in a weird, extremely alien language with subtitles on the bottom. It's fantastic. It is. Ash is fantastic. I may have been dissatisfied with not getting the answers that I want. I want to learn about the alien. I want to learn about the alien. I want to learn about the terraforming device and what the terraforming device is made of. I want to know how the aliens put it there. I want to know the aliens' culture, the alien society. I want to know all about that stuff, but I keep looking at it from a Star Trek lens. Normally in a Star Trek episode, that's what they would be trying to find out. Discovery about things that we don't know. While also trying to survive the thing we don't know. But getting the Star Trek brain out of there, this is a fantastic science fiction movie. I recommend it for anybody who is even remotely interested in science fiction. If you've watched Alien, if you watched Event Horizon, watch Ash.